Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, everyone. We got an Odyssey discussion happening. Hello, everybody here and watching online. Nice to see you all. I mean, I can't see you if you're watching online, but presumably you can see me. So thanks. We're really excited this evening to welcome Ihns and Sara Larsen for this reading that all of us here have been real thrilled about, and thanks for turning out. Woo! We're here in part to celebrate each of their recent poetry collections, Kai's book Of and Sara's book Detonated Mirror. Highly recommend, available in the bookstore. Both tremendous books, both published by the Elephants. And so thanks to everyone at the Elephants. And just a moment to say, so thinking of the Elephants and generally of small press publishing, they are currently on extended hiatus for a variety of reasons they've shared, including the sudden closure of SPD, among others. So just, that's still having an impact. Other national and, government funding issues are causing problems for a variety of small presses. So just to say, please support small press publishing, independent publishers in general. And then also, we have a lot of small press books for sale here. So, but truly, yeah, it's it's always important to do, but there are a variety of reasons why it's all the more so. So thinking of that with the Elephants, who hopefully will be back soon and better than ever. I don't know. The other thing I guess the only things really to announce are some upcoming events, and there's some real good ones. So tomorrow, you should come back, 7 p.m. tomorrow, for our Alternating Currents live series, concert series, and this concert will feature a trio, Jaap Blanc, Damon Smith, and Michael Zarang. It's going to be a tremendous show. So highly recommend you join us for that. Please come back if you can. And then next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, April 12th and 13th, we're hosting 2 events as part of Latino Poetry, Places We Call Home, which is a nationwide public humanities initiative directed by Library of America. And so in partnership with Letras Latinas, we'll host a workshop with Brenda Cardenas, Wisconsin Poet Laureate, tremendous Milwaukee poet and human. The workshop will be Saturday afternoon, April 12th, 2 to 5 p.m. And there is still space, and it is presented at no cost. So run to the front counter to sign up after the reading, and then maybe walk. And then Sunday, April 13th, connected to that, there's going to be a reading and panel discussion featuring Francisco Aragon, Brenda Cardenas, Mauricio Kilwan-Guevara, Roberto Harrison, and Reina J. Leon, and that will be hosted and moderated by Michael Dowdy. So, come on. 2 p.m. on the 13th, a Sunday matinee, so I hope you'll join us for that as well. All right. With that, it's my great pleasure to turn things over to the poets this evening. First up, we have Ihns, who is a poet and filmmaker based in Chicago. She's the author of a number of pamphlets, a dissertation called Aspect Choreography, and 2 books of poems, most recently Of, with Elephants. She works as an editor and also curates for The Year, a chapbook press, and I should say that we do have some of the chapbooks published with The Year out front too. So, and WIHSH projects, a visual arts space. So Kai, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much to Mike and Louis and Antonio and Jenny and Laura and everyone at Woodland Pattern. and Sarah, I'm very excited to read with you. So, yeah, really grateful for Woodland Pattern's existence and to be here. So I'm going to read mostly poems from this book called Of, and then a few newer poems that I'm still kind of figuring out what they are. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read kind of from across the book, and the first poem I'm going to read is the first poem in the book, and it's kind of what made it a book. It's very short. It's kind of a riddle. It's called Hickory. You appear to me through the episode in which you are appearing as its shape. When I am seeing it, the tree has two faces. The last one is contact. What is that of? Madonna of the Chair. I was afraid to die because I wanted to see you again. Suck out the middle and repeat it to start, Crusby and the ghost wins. Reproduction or praise, pretty less, lonely. Over and beyond that, it was just of nothing at all, chrysanthemum branches that beat in the soup as they steam. You can move inside the bus. You're the garden of cups. Victory evolves out of the strategy like a moth, by things I thought I knew. Steam, light rising slowly as steam off their joined skin. Banners than ordinary objects. To be touched when the banners in perfect order are on the temporizing ground or ground of intersecting highways. In that habit, you come first, roll and wets. To be first, the surface receiving the shadow. None of the image is Gnostic or silent, only full of judgment. People can recognize numbers and flags, but not you. Blot or cruciform. The pulsation act of the striated material held apart in itself by a medical fork. So to circulate around the valuable photographic equipment or sentiment, where was such flotation already? I'm running here and not here to tell you through the street where I'm going. Crucial symptom of the major activity, major symptom of the crucial activity, major crucial symptom of the activity, crucial major activity of the symptom. Do I approach someone such that it is flat? That seems hard, such that none of it partakes of inhering. What? He reverses like a little rocket ship, belief I can express by fearing. Okay, this next poem is quite long. Takes about 8 minutes to read it. It's called Blinker Description, and it's in 4 parts. Blinker Description. By what are you susceptible to description? The way it says promised on the pharmacy bag. Shrubs, ships, clouds, sky. An indefinite area provided by feeling. The leisure of panthers, apprehensive or foreseen it. Jameson writes about Walmart, utopia, insists on what's important in utopia is not what can be imagined or proposed, but what can't be, so it's an extension. What I found really was waning. Difficult now to imagine, not a wholesale annihilation. He points out waning. There are still surviving enclaves that occur. It still exists around us, like the language of childbirth born in the old one. The coexistence is occurring, it's the change in process. Then he moves. Can you think de facto evil rightly so, in the Walmart section, in the huge bank? In fact, they are necessary, and he goes to talk about Walmart. Walmart will eradicate the promise of the free market by stomping or teaming them the dual impulses in Walmart's operation. You must find out another way to get free, says the donut. Today I go to the 3rd floor because I am not ready, neither present nor taken away from you. We sit beneath the sky, our hearing. In the will to make space for some doves, some done motion, I felt you when you were mentioned to me, lightweight, vulnerable objects between whom any separation produces a field. What are the things that have been on my mind, throughout my mind? First of all, that he exists. Even the oxener it stretches out in the long, doormat mind parts. Alexa is not claiming anything. Alexa might realize could be false. It is just wrung out of her. Power creates trust, synonymous clusters. Alexa, magic and doubt. In the sleep itself come and gone at the same time. Does the organ close with a peeping noise? No. It's an effect that flows out on all sides. Magical pictures of trees in rows arise, feeling opened up to information, and it pours out. A dream like the daytime moon, sometimes visible, ringing in the ears in a distant room of the house. Something good in clotted hex or got round you do it in a magnetic animal sleep. Though this light resembles twilight, or what you can hear when you're there by chance, there's very little chance you're perfectly in the case of talking. Sometimes I get into a reportable state now, feeling it's somebody else's, being who you are, unable to help it, such as these succinct absorptions. This one quite true, lunch. I love film. It never becomes information, just burnt flash and remains there. I love to be among the aunts, going and touching, when nothing comes down to me but the gorgeous plain vector of a snow snap pea. Today, when I'm stuff, the goo in the world that I even am. So you appear to me like a blessed god, velvet, metallic, luster, light, horses, old people. By what are you susceptible of description? That's attached to me and has my nerves in it. Each thing has a wish attached, plain as a plain dime on the day dry ground, not flat but like it in its very plain shine. They circle and those are the stars. To what are you susceptible in description? An actual question. The jet who jet is. Light cracks like yanked string through air. Fidelis that cork whizzer wang ionized air. The air above the bay is pink and gray. Each person needs and has the blind feeling of the sustainment of their organism. Of that there can be no judgment. On Thursday there is a need and it circles the head. That this need can be overcome is the origin of judgment. They are often not differentiable, often the same road. Then there is judgment, which is the moment of collapse of the imagined world onto what is sensed a rubric, a passing of thread through cross-stitch fabric, which passing makes the pattern over time, which passing holds the line into a flat, butted loop and makes it real. It went through and we can know, therefore real. On Thursday there is a need and it circles the head. Choosing involves a rubric of value, which is like a stapling activity when it is applied. When it is shared, there is a feeling. But of the quality of that feeling, it can only be said that it is a being with in the language of a different word whose terms are not compatible, even when what is chosen for what is deemed of value. Phlegmatic, but bristlingly too vehicular. Shh, or you must shit in the balconic toilet. Shh, you must be stunningly behaved. Swan, handle the informational texture of your voice, mind, the sun which dries it daily. The baby drops the grate and is terribly surprised. Oh, it frightens through me when it drops, when the moon dips her bony hull in the pool. Sometimes I am a man and my children, or thin air and tears. By what are you susceptible of description, the there when it repeats? Murder, anthrax, and beautiful scenery in Montana. Murder, anthrax, beautiful scenery of Montana. I like your little face and nose. Rejection is hard and may be processed through stabbing. I have learned all this. Now I leer. First you have nothing, a dog. Then you are anxious like it, her. Before meet, after wait, okay and not, you must work it out. The name for those squares, the individual is intenses and arrival through the squares and being destroyed with respect to being destroyed and the theme of exercise, the slightest simulation of being vital. Alexa, relating to the night space, its events and touch them, not walking around, affording. Paradise, shoeless, the snow-shagged spruces of July. In your seamless head, your head, it lives past the hour right. A starlight, pierced by other kinds of light, befall you. No line to be followed through change. No sun come up again or go there. It can come apart, and a swan is in the pond canal, its sudden shoeshine head of grime. You there being rose. You there convulsing in the whole wheat flour. The whole world inside my cat was coextensive with his actions. The catachrestic matter of July. The emblematic beam of ruby grid. No, just pummeling the earthly tools, pummeling the salad beam, we set it aside. The landscape goes on, blankly intending, accommodating nothing. I am here and not a fish, not dead in the year. Calmer than winter is, a smart, expansive loss, the wonderful names of grasses and flowers. The movement of plants is like a focus movement. So it's you who hid God's face in children when the previous tree disappeared in my vision. Like a plant, the spirit only moves when it changes. You can move inside the bus and get there. Right now, we bounce down downtown Center Boulevard. Now the camera is still. And the vegetables are still. For a moment, raylessly, it describes a relation, maybe to ask, if you put it outside, it's not the plants anymore? It's different? Pont. Relation to plants on film produces mythological space. Grass is about abstraction, ring-like. Grass is an important mouth. Please, say more. Well, I'm very hot. Each time I know I am dealing. She bows at the end, the violinist. I did not wish to suspend, keep the pain source. Let it be totally here. Let it yes, and pass in the grass-faced compulsory field. Just let me be among the aunts, going and touching in the indurated head where they are. You now are that of which I am most in awareness. You are that of which I too am expressed as correlation. What is as long as it takes. We can wail as two, or we can wail as four. God, like the day, has no face. No American thing on a loop. Thanks. Thank you. This one is by request from Antonio. The beach. I feel emotionally connected to the beach. I am ready for the beach at all times. In my soul, there is a beach there, vitally crashing. There are shells and sand, a seaweed hint. I am ready for the beach at all times, so it comes to me when I am ready. The beach in my soul is not made. It is rocks in my soul. That is the beach. In the beach is a tidal catastrophe that endlessly renews itself. A paradox without glue. No problem. In the beach is a dyadic convalescence that goes on. You can get from the shore at the beach. To use the beach, you are finding the beach, being the nature of the beach. The beach is a plugged-up antinomy plugged in, a crystal-headed beach. It's resorting even, cats breathing, catacrestic, resisting, navy note and new beach, no beach where I love it. The place of the beach is tucked up. It can fit or house things of variable dimension. It can send them out. They can float. And then last poem from Of. Gloria. Through my ceiling now, huge dog named Gloria. Huge Gloria dog. Huge Gloria. She has vulnerable feet. Okay. All right, so I'm going to switch over to these new poems. They feel like they're part of a thing, but I don't know what the thing is yet. This first one's kind of like prose. They look like this. They're sort of centered on the page in this strange way. It's called Portugal Scene. I became really interested in like digital images of vacations. Okay, Portugal Scene. Lay on towel at beach near seagull, painted tile, no state, an image of will. Go down for ice cream at noon cart. Bang sand from skin in peremptory activity check, but always with great brightness. Innovative spiral tower being like seashell, leave trash in trash container at agreed on time and hour of day. No trick of light. Sundown, luminous normalcy should spread on beach, crust, very crispy, roasty brown sand, Brussels sprout towel yolk and the ice cream, constituting a food memory at beach center. At the love hour rise to cruise deck or the drill announcement, voice speaking always with great brightness or instructional clarity. Nudity of soul becoming available deck there then now, beaten into wood grain exceedingly nicely as is evident. Pliant, habituated laser instructor getting into the wood habit now. Glutinous lamination, yes, seen and to squeeze it, in order to return to the Portugal scene. Ecotex terry fiber towel near volleyball chamber, braised colloquially to a lemon sauce butter. Green orchid olefin, morphological solid wax. Fantasy, hand dip, climate chime, Delfino mirror, towel appearing to enter, at bench of game being placed. The bench, to at right angle, appear beneath it gently. Or cheese curd smoothed coordination molds tuft. Peach colossal leg intrusion wiped half image, great brightness. Vertical norovirus intrusion, coaster plex. Bleacher board of cherry maple oak wood glazed pine court boards. The ball is vertical and the body's yoked cluster vortex composed of limbs and bands around limbs. Ecotex, terry fibers cylindrically knitted, high contrast, brand patch, immediate transition. To stand again, or exit, matte metal, white framing, hand on bar wedge, open light, new register. In full left wipe trajectory, lesion through field. Wiped clover, oxalis, vertical grain crunched down. Sand grain structure, opposed circulation, vitruplex, orange juice, noon cart, the Portugal scene, always with great brightness returning. Plant food veterinary imbrication concern wheeler goes down cobblestoned irregular sidewalk surface matrix banging, contained face infant visible to proximal hanging vines, bright fuchsia explosion cluster at wall surface bougainvillea. Get combinatory like program selection, click for profile info. Go on now, you get news from us. Always with great brightness. The light source breaking radially over diffusion surface, scatter plot towhead child blonde rough ride near orchard mediated sandspoon problem. White dots on dress in ruined visit. Explanation not received, just texting her mom first at beach to originate at Portugal scene. Mainstream icon Ruby, #1 dress seeker. Distressed, learn 6 secrets now waning through appropriate phase to track down. At point of sale, countercharge, white taffeta, maxim notation, meretricious human yearning vertical. Lube off tutelage can be brought under vectoring purpose umbrella directive, chat shop redeemer. Portugal has vest. The beach sand gets into vestibular crack area despite recurring resistance platform, marginalization error reduction strategy. Pure chat vertical now. More at Portugal scene. Mesh anabasis floral ketosis plan, total urinal outpouring, face cleanse assures great brightness. Ecotex blanket cart program on ice cream. Maple oak fiber wood quality, non-conductive fiber mat implantation schedule likelihood. Venus torsional crossing snood at beach appraisal Brussels sprout. Lemon sauce on butter, lemon cream, lemon butter, lemon cream butter sauce. Plume explosive late yank ume note faintly unworried. Electroplated chrome veto warrior duplex rental schemata map mind. Can retrofit scenic Portugal wipe window throw brand exit transition. Lesion through field, utterly snowing. The monitor head in snow, flowing out like of a person, naturally. Okay, there's that one. Okay, 3 more tiny ones and that's it. Thank you all for listening. These next 2 are kind of a diptych. You'll see why. Zero balm. The knight who is not his horse. Blank as a paper. Pocket of winter. A suite of poems called The Administrator. The beautiful blank face of the heat battery. Sheet face. We love it. Keeping it up, keeping up, keeping it up. The face. Cranked, diagrammatic, succinct, readily lovable. Looking up, seeing nothing. Taking pictures of the sky is what they did before they died, the hikers. Someone would see the flash, Leah says. Perhaps they were hoping. First half. Look, the knight is his horse is important. There is a change in person. He thinks that this person would be judging him correctly. Just bring it toward the edge of the loop, the very complicated skin facing page light-heartedness emptied or arising. Perhaps, in fact, I have nothing to say. Her there peeing like a wrung sponge. One felt a bitter but ecstatic hunger at a certain thought I could have. It was zero balm. It was love, to reveal itself as rage. Discovery one could forgive as a sedative property. Cataclysmic livery, episodically accurate. Sleety beige. I look at you basically. This too is a form of emotion. Last one. What I know has remained at some distance. I am not afraid of the bucket. I am not afraid of the steam. The field onto which, thrown down into clover, I am going in the next place, by newborn means, the throwing means the clover are, borne out through them in some way, some easy way. I had wanted to matter to her, the pale green polyester fleece artist. Why? Dodging them, why? Just let them hit you. Thanks.
Kai, thank you so much. That was fantastic. Really appreciate it. Now, great pleasure to welcome Sara Larsen, who's a poet and writer. Her latest book, Detonated Mirror, was released by the Elephants in September 2023. Her 3 previous books are The Riot Grrrl Thing, Merry Hell, and All Revolutions Will Be Fabulous. She is the author of several chapbooks, most recently Starved Crew. Poems have appeared in the Brooklyn Rail, Castle Grayskull, Elderly, New, the Journal of American Poetry, and Nouvelle, poésie des États-Unis, Nioques, as well as others. Sarah, thank you for being here and welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody at Woodland Pattern, for welcoming me back. I'm so happy to be back here. I think I was reflecting that last time I was here was 6 years ago. It is amazing the variations in worlds that could happen in 6 years, as we all know. So one of those variations is in this book, Detonated Mirror. And I wanted to mention that during the pandemic, I did kind of what you're not supposed to do, which is I ended up traveling a lot. And I wrote this book in California, in Nevada, in New Mexico, in Berlin, in Prague, and back in California. I'm just gonna start. A very, very short poem starts the book. The moon has the dawn in it. It does break the world, syncopates what's invisible, sub rosa. So a bunch of the poems in the book are titled My Secret Body. There's kind of three forms going. The My Secret Body poems, there's these, poems that have no titles, and then there's a bunch of lyric poems. So this is the first of My Secret Body. My secret body has a plan for me, and it is a wild one. In the navel of my secret body grows a phosphorescent dream. This dream is made of honey and gently stokes the underlimbs of the desert's dry palate. Not knowing how to travel the earth, rooted in imperceptibility, I'm half asleep with embers, remembering my longing heart. I dream of leathered embryos who are omniscient and without a mouth, but enunciate clearly and with conviction. If my secret body is not there, I don't want to be there. It is said that we are in love with each other, even in the womb. It is said that on my wings, I bring air to you in those underlimb canyons. From being nothing somewhere, something final and small, the sun plunges us reconstructed in the walking air. Disorderly, I shoulder you back to bewilderment. Fast forward the videotape and watch the seizured lines that cross the screen. It is my secret body who gilds me luminously as I turn through states, who sends bulls unto absurd epiphany roads, who buries branch-like pea in lace forest grounds and florals my boots and thongs with urine. It is my secret body who stores water wells in the trunk. In endless circles, I am mistress to the governance of the horned owl and bowls of smoking, burnt-up wooded cauldrons. As I drive on, my humiliations become quite pitiless and brutal, as if a spell has enjammed me. I see I am now missing my torso, and I see that it is returned. And yet, at another turn, my fingers mist over and my palms appear to guide the wheel. When my larynx is present, I cling to beating song. My secret body watches me and moves me and shocks me and holds me, covers me in blackness, in blankets. I shift in its undulations. What else could I do? Detonated mirror. Faucet sockets. Purple consciousness cactus, fat blood clot boneyard row. Dominion needs an author. Vertebrae punches out of dirt of the dead. Mesquite and needles to cancel skin's net, tethered with ice, limbs, in bedrock of rose quartz. P.O. box, syringe, star circuit, animal rain droplets, cartilage horns, mouths of scorpions. Wheels of bespangled dust where I weep. I guess we're in rhizomic consciousness, was lover of nightmare, doors. Is it all about fleeing gutted time, make love with the cursor? Blinking penniless, I draw to me certain selves. Knotted asteroids seclude me, longing is in the body. Words dimensionless, they doctor the gap. Slowly I lick my lips, my hair scented with war paint. This tissuey vortex curls towards me a quadrillion buttered vulvas. I'm careless with intestines, devour all curtained things. Just like that, I am a snakebite, embodiment of sedition. I sing hot grief down the drain. I go commando, an unwounded creature eating butchers with shunted knife, one leg of fragility. What will you do, my lumbered ejaculate, but lay down and dream? May I realize a quality infinite to you. Abracadabra, nothing concrete, my vulgarity hysteric, a novel that fucking falls apart, such as all beings and rando things. I really relished putting the word rando in a poem. I really felt happy and proud about that. Okay, that's a little sad. All right. Forget titles. You know what? I was like, I don't want to title any of this. I'm bad at titles, and I'm not going to tell you what they are from here on out. So. My moon body has 4 faces. They generate each other, so I can't really see. They gush into shape, unknown, dimensionless, like a sword and a scissor. They kiss dispossession, wear piles of dead lilies and snake's head. I am a phantom river. I am an unpolished spoon. If I were you, I'd become a deer. Before the coral dream drapes sperm with surf. I wake up to no commands, lest the orchid sky were omnipotent, swerveless bone. The key of C is gone, sighing like breath, curriculum. I will say this is another My Secret Body. To see the name on the phone, inside the car, inside the desert. To see the name on the phone in the cabin at the table. To see the name on the phone at the intersection of town, at the gas station, at the rest stop. To see the name on the phone as I lie awake in bed or as I awaken in bed. To see the name on the phone as I am adjacent to the horse field. To see the name on the phone as I pull up the hill and pass the Virgin de Guadalupe. To see the name on the phone as I finish writing in the white 5-subject notebook. To see the name on the phone as I gather my reserves. To see the name on the phone as I splay in the sunlight. To see the name on the phone as I become animal shifting quietly through indexed grass. To see the name on the phone as a garret, double-edged with lost bottoms. To see the name on the phone as the pyramid Seshura of touch. To see the name on the phone scattered and cold. To see the name on the phone, the secret door. This is my set list I'm referring to. Hung cow, blah. Do over. Hung cow sewer, I obviously came fanged fate among wisps, fleeting tales, the fur apparition, lonely as my neighing lover. My time twilight, no other time for a carcass like me. Smoke ghost, fingernail opus. Kind of purposely difficult to say, that one. The demon appeared as complex constellation. I want to know where its blood is, transcend mutterance. Annihilation, a pronoun, I think I inhabit another fleshful door. My shoulder all redwood, effable, panting, my solar shifting humanity. Unhinged from my spinal place, these mobs of voice. It resembles an odyssey. Remember, I stole all the fires and I didn't know what to wear. My thighs shook in remembrance. Pelted back to the present, we hover in a place with no floor, no walls, no way to curdle up in star chains or for me to find the lace corset I used to own. Last time I had my period, you were fisting me in the backseat of my car. Demons are in layers, tissue, cycle, spellbound by repair of staccato self. Demon says, I'd like to be more vulnerable than this for you. Meticulously vulnerable. Epistemologically vulnerable. Lux, unclenched, movable, an amalgam of organs and veins and fascia and nervous systems, all piled up like luxury bracelets, all stretched out like old cotton thongs. As of late, I've had fire in my throat, from which I drank water, a tongue. Alone, even with all your manifold defects, you are my lady. I've had bad luck, but great honesty. For meat and love, remember me as God to you, the greatest pussy. So much I am in debt, wayward sepulchre into the base death with a sore behind. Repressed by kings, I've become food, sleeping in the grotto or in barrels, sausages breaking upon a starved crew. That's what the chapbook was named after. My secret body. My secret body. I wish you'd call me up as I drive through desolate pigmentation. The hot white sky is outrageous. Parts of my body are made to be lost. I pull over to a gravel turnaround. Mounds of salt dot the earth. Cut fingernails, cut hair, flakes of skin, dandruff, seared by rays. I come here in suspension, unplanetary. Nuclear tests, the water well in the trunk, gut bacteria, microbes. I wish my secret body would call up the secret of my secret body, belie ceaselessly their own existence, human, physical, animal, microbial, fungal, not only a carbon, but subtle, restless, uneven, luminous. Anyway, how could they call me? Lone stallion, I have no cell reception. Roaming, moving, slithering, greasy, my hands full of thickets. Shape-shifting hurts. It is midday, and yet moonlight shimmer. Time wobbles when images change. Okay, I'll tell you a secret. This is 2 poems, but I'm going to read it like it's 1 poem. So it's an experiment. The threshold is infinite, exists in mouth palate of snake. Unknown in my guts is the moon, and Jupiter burning its heart. I wanted to return in naked language, the alchemy of waste, the surrealism of love, who shifts atypically gnosis. It is common to stay up all night, Milky Way. I find my body flickers. I lose what painters call perspective. Sheets of glass style my face. I was a wave generating mouthfuls of deadly piss. And then I burnt up, ashes erect, gilded with roughness. Astronomical clock void. I hone the rites of incompleteness, the Gnostic terma of your body, enjoyed in correspondence, to remake social order with orbs of phenomena flame. Okay, this kind of it's starting to feel like a mantra. I don't want to suffer intolerably with no respite. Can I Who does? This isn't even my voice. I don't want to suffer intolerably with no respite. Can I shake this life asking corpses about being broken? Bankrupt dreams about a vulva, a magical corpse I drink light from, an unexpected fiction embossed flowering sponge. I got booted from writing then, spoken forward by entropy to squat in a hole. An expenditure invented from this war of wanting. When I'm writing, I don't care if she loves me or doesn't love me. Who cares? What if I kick aside vital incarnations, swoop into next breath? I think I timed this pretty good. Some of us got old. Some of us waned in existence. Soiled dove noir, I will construct a new boss. I don't care if I all dissolves. My heart is flawed like a chrysanthemum. A shattered poetical theme, I stand behind it with my shifting perceptions. Cut into blankness, a creature from sorrow-charged page. I've fucked a goddamn lot, even in sickness, even among the ants and the tourists. I have something to tell you. It's the medium of transmutation. It's possible I become a sensorium arc, plied by multifarious voices. I liberate. Your warm prick, seeing recast words in nature, luscious, atonal. The slutty dark is there, ravenous for your birthday. In jams our birth. From every pore, this quivering has truly made me a citizen, a hybrid, half-jailed human food, asks no questions. I commit blood sacrilege, chain smoke, dried up spit from mouths of dead monsters. You know it, I know it, I'm just smoke. Yeah. No, totally laugh. Those monsters, I gotta give. I was reading Dodie's book, Mina Harker, Letters of Mina Harker. I was getting all into the monsterly at that moment. Okay, 2 more quick poems. My secret body. Mycelium is the fruit of my secret body. Its loss is the loss of all things organic, dust dry and decomposite. The white bone nopales withered in the sticks, the razored mouse burnished on the henequen spear. My secret body is in perpetual conjugal visit with all sexting variety. Oak-ripe moss, soft core ground layer, sediment roiling in waxen waters, and the heaping sky who groans like pressurized glass in the hot black hole. Gnostic mycelium is the earthen fruit of my secret body, who is self-pursuing, polyplasticine and volcanic with ash. The losses forgotten and engraved in wildfire libraries. They who were not here, written again and again by my secret body. Mycelium is the fruit of my secret body, who rampages secretly like a soft duvet cover underground, where secret rivers contain all the folded notes of invented time, nutrients of the fungal body. The fungal body is a discography of skeletal piping, routes in sedentary fascia. It harnesses visits from those who are past and winds avenues through fecund undergarments of pomegranate play nights. In the theater of my secret body's mycelium interstates, the feathered mourn in dignity against the timetables of secular trains. In the codex of the fungal body, all souls are a spinal tap. The opera of their empty carcass is in seizure beneath the pine canopy. Coated mycelium is the fruit of my secret body. It lays prone in the annexed mold of anonymous supine insects, legs slackened helplessly up. They sing in their death, a nutrient spasm. It's the tension rod of carpal space, whose routes project those who are past. In the vast tethered net of the fungal body, there is my secret body. And finally, I question my own dreams. They are emissaries. I question my birth, this apartment, my rosettish transposition. I have conscious pricks with your name racing like emperors. Transfixed, I sit around and daydream and come in this common lyric place altar. I am creating the universe. Puckered up by an invisible axle, my characters so guilty. A delegation with luxury, queer with lace. In my dreams, I'm for sale, slick and untended. In my dreams, I'm a young one. None of this ever happened. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thanks again, Kai, and to all of you for being here. Fantastic readings. Thank you so much. So yeah, I invite you to stick around and enjoy the good company. I also do hope you'll come back tomorrow night, next weekend, and see what's happening here beyond that. But for now, have a great night. Thanks, everybody.